And we are back with another episode of LFC Footy Talk with your boy Sean, aka Canadian Footy Guy.
So, Liverpool fans, week 1 is in the books of another Premier League season. Now, I know we are all excited. Great game, excellent result. I mean, nerve-wracking. Where do we begin? So I've taken a couple days to decide to record this. And I'm going to be brief on this topic. As a person of color, black male, Canadian, it's so disappointing seeing the incident that occurred during the first half of the Liverpool Bournemouth game. Semenyo's a class act with how he responded after the fact, not just during the game, but even with his post that he posted on social media afterwards. But, racism has no place in this game. Like, this is a topic that will continue to be discussed, unfortunately, because, again, we still have individuals that choose to be ignorant and make it about themselves in moments when we're all out there enjoying them. Well, those that were at the game were enjoying themselves. So for that one individual, because it was one, who decided to be ignorant to Semenyo, sorry. Again, let's not make that one individual a reflection of all Liverpool supporters and fans out there, because we know that's not a reflection of who myself and others are, obviously. But yeah, that was just one dumb, ignorant individual. We saw everything has been dealt with, at least during the game. He was eventually escorted out. Police are now investigating it. So let's let the justice take its course. It was a disappointing moment for what was a great game. So that's all I'm going to say on that. I hope I don't have to discuss this topic again, specifically regarding Liverpool, but I fear that it will be a conversation that we'll have to have again some point in the season, because it's only the second incident that's happened already, one in preseason for a Spurs player, now this. So this is not what we want to see in the game. So hopefully we can see some change sooner rather than later. Now, let's get into first half. Couldn't have started better for us as a team. Now, the Cherries were definitely on the front foot. They weren't they weren't trying to sit back the whole game. They definitely were taking advantage of the counterattack, and they were effective. They had plenty of opportunities in that first half before we were able to get our first goal. And maybe it was just, Semenyo didn't have his scoring boots on in the first half, because he had a few opportunities. Allison stepped up for us. So, Allison doing Allison things. When you have a man like that in your net, makes things a lot easier. But again, we were able to hold fort. And in the 37th minute, none other than our new number 9, Hugo Ekitike, opens his scoring. Good for him. You know what? Well deserved, well finished, clinical. That's what we want from our number 9. So your community shield, but for him to score in his first Premier League game, excellent for the young lad. And then not only just in the 4 minutes into the second half, he goes and assists for Gakpo's goal, giving us a 2-0 lead. Now, anyone watching at that point would have been confident that, you know what, the Reds are going to go on and this is going to be a good, easy win for us. But anyone who was watching the game, no, that's not what ended up happening. So, in the 64th minute, after some questionable substitution by Arne Slot, that's what I will say, and we'll touch on that in a bit more, but Semenyo is able to break through and score a nice finish, make it 2-1. Just over 10 minutes at the 76th minute, what does he go and do? The man goes and ties the game. And it had to be him for what happened to him in the first half. Like I said, he didn't have his scoring boots on in the first, but he did by that second half and ties the game. And anyone watching who I can imagine even those there at Anfield probably just their hearts sank because you just felt honestly like that was our game. But again, when you remove both of your fullbacks, Kirkus and Frimpong were both substituted out. Again, I don't know why. Both you just opened us up. We play a high line defense, so that it just there's a lot more risk. Now, again, you can look at both of those goals, and you can. One was, a little careless pass that was, a little too trying to be fancy, didn't work out, ended up causing a turnover, which led to the first goal. The second goal was we, pass, what was looking to be a shot on target, ended up the player slipped. The Cherries turned the ball into a breakaway. Well, not a full-on breakaway, but they had the advantage. They had the numbers, and disappointing even how we defended that breakout, because like I said, it started literally at the top of their 18-yard box and led all the way into ours into a Semenya finish. So some stuff for Arne Slot to work on with regard to, hopefully he doesn't, if he's making those kind of subs, he's dropping the D back so that we're a little bit more secure. I'd rather not see Endo playing that right back role, even if it's for a brief moment. Like, I know Bradley's out. Hopefully we get him back so that if you have to make a substitution for fullback, you're actually making a like for like. Or maybe go to a 3-man D and add another midfielder to kind of, defend in front. There are options we have. So, like I said, disappointing how that played out, but we didn't give up and we fought, made a couple more subs, and our boy Federico Chiesa comes in and he gets the game winner in the 88th minute off of a good cross into the box from Salah, which ended up bad clearance by the Cherries, which landed just a nice little right foot finish from volley, essentially from Chiesa and into the back of the net. It kind of looked like it slightly hit Konate, but I know he did his best to duck out of the way, and the goal goes to Chiesa. So, well earned, well deserved. His first goal for the Reds in Premier League competition. So yeah, after struggling or not really getting a lot of playing time last year, not a lot of opportunity, goes and scores today. So good for you. Great finish. We go up 3-2. And then in the 94th minute to be exact, our boy, none other, Mo Salah, seals the deal 4-2, celebrating, honoring Jota, which I'm going to touch on that in a sec. What a way to finish the game. What a way to seal the victory. And he honored Jota. The stadium honored. We were there to see that, and I'm sure they appreciated the heartwarming singing of "You'll Never Walk Alone," which moments. There's certain times where it just hits even more, and that game was one of them. So, shout out to everyone who made it a beautiful moment. Even after the game, when they're singing Diego's song, you could see the emotion in Mo. He misses his friend, and it made me think this team is going to have moments where they're going to play great and then they're going to struggle. Right? They're dealing with a lot. Like they lost a teammate, a friend, a family member to them, and they're going to have. It's going to be hard for them to be 100% focused 90 minutes when they're going to hear the song. There's going to be so much reminder of him throughout. So, seeing Mo with those tears and at the end of the game, you feel it. But you know what? They're going to play for Diego, and he's going to help inspire and push them when they really need it. So, and you can tell in a game like on Friday when, a lot of people probably thought, oh, it's going to end up in a draw. Nope. This team found the way to kind of, hunker down and get the result they needed. So hats off to everybody. Great win. It's a great way to start the Premier League season. If you want to know more of exactly what went down in the Premier League and all the other results, go check me on the 6 Yard Line pod. Me and my co-host Noel talked obviously a little bit of Liverpool. We did that, already recorded that one, but this is all Liverpool and only Liverpool. So again, great result. We're not first because, again, based on goal difference, but we got the 3 points, and that's what matters. And it's a long season, but it's a great way to start the season. So this week, before we play our next game against Newcastle, we will see what happens this week. There's been still a lot of rumors with regard to Mr. Isak. Liverpool have not submitted a second bid yet. They've had the one bid, which was rejected. And I think all indications is that they are just basically waiting for Newcastle to make some additions, find their replacements, and then at that point, Liverpool will probably make some moves. There's rumor that Mark Gahey deal will happen early this week, so let's wait. Was Thursday or Friday, we finalized Giovanni Leone, so the young Italian full center back is now part of the Reds. He was at the game enjoying his first Anfield experience up in the stands. So yeah, things are still happening. We've heard some rumors of still some players on their way out. Tsimikas is rumored to be potentially on a loan. Harvey Elliott's still rumored to be on his way out. So let's see what happens this week. If any moves happen in or out before our next match. If not, when I do the next recap, we'll see what info we have. So that's it for me, your boy Sean. Thanks again for watching LFC Footy Talk. Make sure you're smashing that like button. Come on, let's help get those numbers up. And please, folks, I'm a young, small Liverpool channel. I need as much help as I can. So let's get those subscription numbers up. Need your help. So I appreciate you all. So thanks again. Big win, 4-2. See y'all next week. Have a great one. Take care.